Hello guys, today we will discuss about Section 6A of Citizenship Act. First of all, we need to know context, why it is in news, why there are many articles popping related to Section 6A, and what is Section 6A, and what is Assam Accord. There are multiple things we need to learn from this topic, and arguments against Section 6A. Arguments favoring Section 6A and importance of the Supreme Court interpretations of the Constitution. What is the context? Why we are discussing? Recently, a 5-judge constitutional bench of Supreme Court upheld that Section 6A of Citizenship Act 1955 is valid. So, Supreme Court upholded by 4:1 majority. 4:1 majority. So, that is the reason it is in news. Now, we will see what is Section 6A of Citizenship Act 1955. It has been added following through Assam Accord. This particular section will allow illegal immigrants from Bangladesh to Assam and give citizenship. What are the provisions? Basically, it is like giving citizenship to illegal immigrants. What are the first provision? The one who entered Assam before January 1st, 1966, they are legal citizens and they acquire all rights, even a right to vote. Second is the one who entered before Jan 1st, 1966 to March 24, 1971, the one who entered before Jan 1st, 1966 to March 24, 1971, they are also citizens, but they need to acquire citizenship through naturalization, 10-year period and all. These particular people are considered as foreigners, but they have certain rights. But to get the full citizenship, like right to vote and all, they need to acquire the process of naturalization for 10-year period. They have to be in residence of India. And third, the one who have entered after March 25th, 1971, there are illegal immigrants. So this is Section 6A, granting citizenship for the illegal migrants to Assam, the one who entered to Assam. So following the Assam Accord, what is this Assam Accord? We need to go back little bit. What exactly is Assam Accord? There is an agitation by All Students Assam Union. They want to stop immigrants from Bangladesh because there is a fear, insider versus outsider. If many number of illegal immigrants enters into Assam, the people of Assam will feel that, they will lose their resources in education field, health field, they will lose their culture. Maybe they have to use the financial things also, financial resources also. That is the reason all Assam Student Union, they have raised agitation to stop illegal immigrants from Bangladesh because they have fear of resources and also drug related, maybe the infiltration. It might lead to attacks that, left extremism is more prominent in northeast states. That is the reason they want to stop illegal immigrants from Bangladesh. So this particular union, they have started agitation and this given rise to tripartite agreement. What is this tripartite agreement? It is between Government of India plus Government of Assam plus this All India Assam Student Union. These people, they had a dialogue and came to an agreement which is Assam Accord. Because this particular Assam Accord states that the one who entered to Assam before March 25th, 1971, considered as legal migrants and they can attain, the one who enters before March 25th can allow. The one who enters after March 25th, 1971, they are considered as illegal immigrants and they have to deport to their respective countries. So this is Assam Accord. Following this Assam Accord, they have added Section 6A to the Citizenship Amendment Act 1951 and they have made this cutoff date. which is Jan 1st, 1966 to March 24, 1971. This is the whole issue. I just hope that you got clarity about what is Section 6A and what is Assam Accord. Now we will see what are the arguments against this particular Section 6A. If there is a constitution bench has been formed to resolve one particular issue, we need to see the arguments favoring Section 6A and also arguments against Section 6A. Now, what are arguments against Section 6A? Petitioners have claimed that it is like, discriminatory to other states, Assam versus other states. For other states, the deadline of to consider the migrants is like, July 1948. But for Assam, there is another date, which is 1971 March. So it is like, it violates the right to equality. Right to equality. Petitioner says that your right to equality among states, there is a difference, there is a violation. Why there is a special provision to Assam? Why there is not special provision to other states? And second, this is first thing. Second, it is like violation of Article 29, which is a fundamental right to preserve culture. To preserve indigenous culture. As fundamental right, we have our own right to preserve our own culture. But by allowing migrants to enter into state, you are violating this particular Article 29. And what is the other issue? So it is like it violates equality. It is very discriminatory. It is very discriminatory and it's very arbitrary. The word migration, the word immigrants is not properly defined here. And third, what is the third one? It is like violation of Article 6 and 7. This particular article defines citizenship. Who are citizens? Maybe the one, in the commencement of the Constitution, this particular article gives powers to define citizenship. But here, by including this particular section, which is considering other provisions, it is a violation of Article 6 and 7. And encouraging foreign infiltrats, which means, foreign immigrants, foreign infiltrats, because infiltration is a very danger for the north. And they might fear by people migrating, they will come along with problems like, drugs, illegal human trafficking, because it is like Assam is like, we are very porous borders with Bangladesh. So they have that fear. Encouraging foreign infiltration and threat to local identity and culture. So these are the arguments against Section 6A. Now we will see what are the arguments favoring Section 6A. What are the arguments? What is the Supreme Court interpretation? What are the CJI said that? Why they have upheld the Section 6A? One, it is not violation of Article 29. Because it is like, right is primarily limited and not absolute. All fundamental rights are not absolute. So it is like limited power. So it is by allowing migrants to get citizenship, it is not infringing with the right to conserve culture. So it is like, this particular Article 29 is very limited and not absolute. We can allow. Second, under Article 11, Parliament have powers to make laws with respect to citizenship, naturalization, and aliens. So it is a parliament power to add anything. For example, in arguments, we have seen arguments against Section 6 says that, it is violating Article 6 and 7. But here, in this particular article, they have defined citizenship. But by adding Section 6A, we are adding provisions which are not defined earlier. So it is not violation. This particular Section 6A is just a provision. We will add many provisions to article. We will add many articles by amending the Constitution. We will add so many things. So Section 6A is provision added. But Article 6A defines citizenship. So it is not violating of Article 6 and 7. So we have seen arguments favoring section 6A and arguments against section 6A. We will see the importance of Supreme Court interpretations. See, the Supreme Court interpreted in a very wider range. They have interpreted words in a very broad manner. That is the reason the Supreme Court is the best interpreter. You should go by words, the important words, what the CJI, what the many other judges said. Yes, first thing is that we have to preserve our culture. Right to conserve culture. But you have to read these words in the lines of multicultural and plural nation. The important word in the preamble is fraternity. Fraternity of the Constitution. We should not live and let live. Brotherhood. You need to have that brotherhood among various people, various ethnicity, various community. So these are why I'm discussing in the separate slide means Constitution is a living document. So there are many questions in the previous years, mains question, how the Constitution is happened, why Constitution is known as living document, and what are the reasons for making Constitution a living document by Supreme Court. You can quote these examples by saying Supreme Court is the best interpreter of the Constitution and also the custodian of the Constitution. It will not go by the words what are there in the Constitution. It will go by the spirit. Yes, earlier we have seen that it is like violation of Article 29. Where it is violation? We have to read this right to conserve culture as multicultural and plural nation. Brotherhood, fraternity among various communities. Okay. The third point is like, humanitarian grounds. These are not my words. These are the judges who have given these beautiful lines in their proceedings or in their readings while pronouncing the judgment. Humanitarian grounds. If you scrap this section 6A, many people who are living for about 50 years, they will become shelterless, homeless. They don't know where to go. So on humanitarian grounds also they have considered this is valid section 6A. Now we have seen what is section 6A, what is Assam Accord, what are the arguments favoring 6A, what are the arguments against section 6A, and the importance of the Supreme Court interpretation. The question might not be directly, but you can include this particular example in various things. The role of Supreme Court in upholding or interpreting the Constitution, in upholding fundamental rights or anything, or the Parliament has the power to make laws with respect to naturalization. They can frame it in any manner. Okay. Thank you so much.